It's down to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. This is when your day is either going to be really good or you're going to have a really down day, all based on the next 10 seconds. First thing I look at is this. That's beautiful. That is my fake ash glaze, I think. I've got 4 fake ash glazes of these in here, and I also have my yellow ones. I think this is the fake ash. This is terrific in the gas kiln. I really love that. So I'm going to make some bigger pieces to put that on now. And that's the apple green on the top. Matte apple green in the gas kiln. It's totally different in the electric kiln. It's still green, but it's not the same. But this is not good in the electric kilns, and it's beautiful in this kiln, if it's fake ash. What else can I find? Well, I'm not going to unpack it right now because I like the customers to walk by today to see it. But that's the Tenriku Gold, like on those large tankards. The oatmeal is much stronger in the gas kiln, and that's because of the iron in the oatmeal, I guess. And but anyway, the Tenriku Gold still has a little bit of the gold because this is on white clay. It has the speckles, but it also shows the white clay through, which makes it sort of amber, which I've always liked. So it's going to be a tough day because it looks like a good firing. I can't unpack it because the customers, I want them to see it because it's like a really good thing. People stop by, and I mean, it's so exciting for me as well. But the customers, when they see it, they all come down and take photographs. So it's, I just have to let it go for a while. I don't want to unpack it. But anyway, we'll see. I'll do it later on. So this is what I have to do while I'm thinking about that out there. But I have to do this because these are all ready to trim. And I got a whole bunch of pieces on the bottom there that are the landscape pieces with the sheep that I have to spray and get a different, you know, like a nice background color on those. So there's a whole bunch of pressing things that I have to do. So maybe I won't even think about the kiln today. It's the day after. And I couldn't unload it all day yesterday, so now we get to have some fun because it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's going to be around for a couple of hours. So anyway, what do we have? And I'll try showing some comparisons between the electric and the gas. But these are the Tenriku Gold, and they're very much similar to the actual electric kiln. Just really pretty. We've got the flecks in the Tenriku area, and the oatmeal. I think the oatmeal stands out a bit more in this firing, but we'll look when we compare them. Okay, so this is interesting. This is the fake ash, and this is what I thought might be fake ash, but it isn't. So I think this is one of my oatmeals, which is doing a really nice look there. So I got to figure that one out. I actually got this happen last year and I couldn't repeat it. So one of my glazes does that, which is beautiful. I really like it. I've got to figure out which one that is. So I have, and then for the fake ash is really pretty too. Look at that, really nice. I'm not sure how to hold this. But the apple green is on both of these. Huh. This is really nice. I'm not sure what this one is either. This has got to be oatmeal with apple green and something else over the top. Possibly my rutile. But look at the dark lines running down there. Very nice. Gosh, I should have taken notes, but it's raining again, but just a little bit of a misty rain. That's this bright blue. 3 more of the bright blue. The mugs begin. I did the matte turquoise on the bottom of these, but this one is Tenbaku gold with oatmeal and variegated blue, and so is that one. Same glazes, just with fluting. It makes a big difference, doesn't it? It's only about an extra, half a minute to a minute of work on the mug, but it makes a big difference. And here are 2 more, same glazes, fluting and non-fluting. So matte turquoise with variegated blue and the oatmeal. And these are variegated blue, and this one has apple green over the top. No, that could be mouse gray. That's mouse gray. This one's mouse gray or mouse brown in the Mastering Cone 6 glaze book with apple green over the top. And this one is variegated blue with bright blue and oatmeal over the top. The blues turned out good in this firing. Variegated blue over bright blue with oatmeal. And that's the same as the one I just unloaded. Suddenly I got all my stilts coming in too. So no shortage of stilts now. I went ahead and ordered them from National Art Craft as well. That's bright blue, variegated blue and oatmeal, and this is dark blue over dark red clay, so that's why it looks really almost black. Variegated blue and oatmeal over the top of dark blue. We've had one of these before, and this is the one we had before with Tenbaku gold. Tenbaku gold looks good in this firing. Mouse gray with apple green. It almost made the mouse gray go a bit green too. And then we got the dark blue again with variegated blue and oatmeal. That's very pretty. Mouse gray. I don't know if you can get the light on this or not, but the mouse gray has gone quite matte. And that's basically got tints of green in it because of it. So with the other 2 greens there, you've got the matte turquoise on the bottom and then the apple green on the top. And we've had it already. Tenbaku gold, variegated blue and oatmeal. It's amazing. These look really nice. There are turquoise flecks in the Tenbaku gold where the variegated blue overlaps down there. Little hints of turquoise in both of them too. Oh, that one's the first one has a little run I'll have to grind off, but basically the same. The turquoise, it's all about how far you glaze down, I guess. I tried to glaze down about halfway. 2 more, same Tenbaku gold with variegated blue and oatmeal. But look how it went totally. That must have been the flame of the gas. You don't get that in the oxidation. Same in this one. Just depends on how the gas hits it, I guess. And here we've got folk art white with apple green and some oatmeal on it. And guess what? Don't know. I'm looking at that thinking, what did I do there? I guess I'm thinking it's folk art white with the apple green, but it looks so different to this. So there's something in that one that I'm not sure how I did it. Part of the fun of pottery is not knowing as well, and then discovering how you did it. Here's one of the Icelandic pieces. There should be a lot of these in here. This has been selling really well. People seem to like grays this year. Apple green with just with oatmeal over the top. Apple green and oatmeal. We've seen these bright blue, variegated blue oatmeal. Bright blue, variegated blue and oatmeal with fluting. Bright blue, dark blue with variegated blue and oatmeal over both. Bright blue, variegated blue and oatmeal with fluting. The mosquitoes are out. Folk art white with apple green and oatmeal over it. These are the two cones. This was the bottom and this is the top. And this one actually got a little bit to cone 7. See, this is cone 7, the last one. So that's my guide. That's my danger cone or whatever you want to call it. This was 6 there that bent right over, and 7 was starting. So this was a pretty hot firing. Everything looks pretty good. So I wonder. I'd hate to have to keep. I used to fight a cone 8. Now I'm doing cone 6. But things look pretty good with almost a 7. More little glasses that look really nice. And remember, I didn't glaze the bottoms up because I was running out of stilts. It's not too bad. The clay doesn't feel awful. It's smooth white clay. Dark blue, oatmeal, and variegated blue. These are my yellow oatmeals on this one. I have 2 yellow oatmeals, but the bright yellow, you can see little drips of it on there. But it actually doesn't show as bright yellow, except for where it's really thick. But it's nice. It feels really nice, silky glaze. Folk art white with apple green. That's very classic. That's classy. Yeah. Doing sets of 4, but so here's another 2 of my yellow oatmeals. The yellow's sort of gone like a just creamy, except for where it's really thick. And now we got some real beauties. I hope you can see this in the picture. Oh, it's not showing too well, but there's lots of colors in there. Turquoises, subtle Tenmoku gold, and a sort of a crystally matte surface. And you can tell it's a little hot because there's a couple of little pinholes in there. Not pinholes, but they were where it bubbled and then melted over, but they melted over smooth. And this one too. Look at that one. Yeah, very nice. And surprise, surprise, this is when you got a gas kiln, you never know. I got copper red out of my turquoise. It's actually blue-green copper red on the bottom of this piece with yellow oatmeals over the top. It started to reduce inside the bowl, and I wasn't reducing at all. The gas just builds up sometimes and sucks out the oxygen from the copper molecule, but look how beautiful that is. I'll never be able to get this again. So, and then you've got the Tenmoku gold with the oatmeal and variegated blue again, but that is a total surprise. But I'll never get it because there's the same glaze. I'll show you those together. The same shelf, the same glazes, one's reduced and one isn't, on the same shelf. It is just totally bizarre what happens in a gas kiln. I mean, the happy accident things. But I love this bowl. I may not sell this one. I think that one's... I mean, I'll try and do a reduction firing later and remember this and put them on again and see whether we can get repeats. But I have to do this entire kiln in reduction to do that. And here's the matte turquoise with variegated blue and oatmeal. That's very pretty too. We got reduction there too. Yeah, that's interesting because there's copper in this glaze and it's reduced in those areas. If you can see the red, I'm not sure. It's hard. I've got a little light shining on too, but it's such a dull, foggy day today. It's kind of, gas kilns keep you hot, you know. Oh, there's some crawling on the back of this one. I'll have to reglaze it and refire it. But bright blue oatmeal, and let's see if it did it on this one. Yeah, it did on this one. Strange. Not sure why. But what I do is I'll get some thick bright blue and I'll just paste it on there and refire them. Okay, these are the Icelandic series. And I didn't have that many plates in here. You can see they turn out very similar to the electric kiln. So this was fairly consistent. I'm happy because I'd like to be able to do these winter and summer, because I don't find my electric kilns in the building during the summer. But I think there is a subtle difference in that the oatmeal has a much more colder look to it. So for these pieces, the oatmeal is good because it's supposed to be an Icelandic series. But anyway, the variegated blue actually went more gray instead of blue in the center. But where it overlaps the other color, the mouse gray, yep, that's where it overlaps, the mouse gray, it goes blue. That's interesting. I have to remember that because I can reverse that next time. Lots of these bowls, and remember these are all out of recycled clay, so I haven't seen any blowouts yet, which I'm really happy about. But these are looking good. Different. There's a sort of subtle difference. I think the electric kilns tend to make things brighter, and the gas kiln makes things more earthy. I like the way these stack. And I did a video about how to make these, so you should go back in time and look for the wobbly rim plates, I think it was called. And I did variegated blue on the outside of these instead of oatmeal, which I think is quite nice as well. When it's a nice feel and look, the way they have that kind of natural look. Okay, more of the Icelandic in the two sizes. Hard to see, obviously, but two sizes. Yeah, they've definitely got, it's going to be a nice look in the gallery when I do the display of these. But the idea behind these was that you get a channel of water going across the center. But that faded out from its normal blue, so you've got the blue either side of it. So it has a different look, but looks really nice. Okay, these are the Icelandic Hers mugs, and there's the fluting difference again, but you know they match the plates perfectly. There's a little hint of the blue on the bottom, so that's where they sit on the. Yeah, and it just kind of looks nice to lift them up a bit, I guess. And the idea behind these came from because Nova Scotia used to be cold, and it's not anymore. I mean, we get 80 degrees, 90-degree temperatures, and the bay never freezes anymore, except for this winter we had a little bit of freeze in it. But it used to be able to drive across the bay in a car, you know. So you know, I should be calling these Nova Scotia historical pieces. More of those. There's a lot of these, so I'll just take these out quick. And there's the stilt stuck on the bottom. They usually just come off very easily. This was a variation I did on it, and it looks a little different, but it's almost got a greeny tint to it. I have to remember what I did here. I think I did the apple green, but it doesn't look green at all. But it's a variation on the theme. That's very nice, where the turquoise matte goes a little brown at the bottom too. And another Iceland one there. This one turned out very nice. Actually more white on it. I think I like it when the land is shorter in the piece. Only a quarter to a third. And you've got folk art white with apple green. We saw those already. Folk art white with apple green again. And folk art white with apple green that did something different. It went dark, and that's the gas flame again touching the apple green. I almost feel like this could turn red in places because there's copper in this one too, but there's no tin in this one. I don't. Well, no, there is tin in this one because it's in the actual folk art white. But and they interact in the kiln. Variegated blue with dark blue and oatmeal. Variegated blue with dark blue and oatmeal on that one, and this one it's bright blue and oatmeal. Dark blue, variegated blue, and oatmeal with the matte turquoise on the bottom. Glazes, remember, mostly Mastering Cone 6 Glazes. That book, you can get it. Dark blue and bright blue with variegated blue and oatmeal over the top. These are those two pieces I have really got to figure out what happened here, because I love that. Icelandic colors again. We got the Icelandic colors again. Yeah, this wasn't stilted and it didn't run down, so considering this was a hot, and this one didn't do the crawling on the back. And this is the dark blue, variegated blue and oatmeal. Dark blue, variegated blue, matte turquoise, variegated blue and oatmeal again. I'm really hoping this one is a good one. Well, it's okay. It's not as... I looked at the outside as I was opening and I really love that blue sticking out there. And the inside, you got less of the blue. There's a hint of it. That's variegated blue. See, it will go blue on occasions and it goes grey other times. And in the gas kiln, it mostly goes grey. But occasionally you get that strong blue. And I'm not sure over the... where the oatmeal is, it seems to make it more blue, I think. So you've got the oatmeal swiping across here and then across there, and you've got blue here over the tenriku, and that's the variegated blue over the tenriku. So that's what the oatmeal makes it go more grey. This is another, I think this was an order for somebody. That is a tankard. I think that's 24 ounces. I'd have to measure it, but my guess is that's 24 ounces. What I really look for all the time, another Icelandic piece here. This is what I look for all the time when I'm unloading these kilns, is that one. You've got more of the blue, am I in the light here? More of the blue over the, and it's where the oatmeal hasn't dribbled down over the top of the variegated blue, and you get the blue. So that's maybe a good hint. Sherlock Holmes told me to do that. Right, okay. Bottles for chicken. Strong blue piece. Blue did well in this firing. The red in this one is actually chrome. It's the raspberry glaze in Cone 6 Glazes. Sauce bottles, bright blue. That's the same as the mugs. Oatmeal with apple green. Folk art white with apple green. Two more of the Icelandic pieces. And this was an order. Somebody wanted two of these. There should be another one in here somewhere. That is a nice bowl. I'm happy with that one. Oh, that one's really nice too. This is a deeper bowl, so it ran down a little bit. Wow, I've got two nice ones there. A couple of the noodle bowls. And that's a nice one too. These sell for $39 Canadian. There should be a place setting of 4 of these. That's the 4th one actually of those set. So I got 2 more of these, I hope, in this kiln. I got some spares of these. There's another one of the big ones. This will be a classic looking dinner set, won't it? Another small one. Maybe I didn't. I usually make, when I cut a bag of clay up, and this is recycled, so it's not, but I usually get 16 small plates from a bag, or 8 to 10 large plates, depending on if I do a 3-pound plate or a I think it's 2.2 pound plate. But anyway, these turned out very sweet. Another Icelandic mug. Another noodle bowl, dark blue, variegated blue, another one of the Icelandic ones. I hope I did 4 of those for the set. Another noodle bowl with the matte turquoise on the outside and my food safe oatmeal on the inside. And dark blue one again. So I've got 2 of them. 2 more Icelandic mugs. So it's a lot of Icelandic mugs because they've been selling well. So I've actually just made a really large set. Dark blue, variegated blue and oatmeal. Bright blue. No, that's dark blue over the white clay. But that's really pretty. I took the glaze off the bottom there as well. So I got 3 of these bowls. I'm happy about that. And they're all slightly different. And there's another noodle bowl to make 4. I have a set of these with slip trailers when I was glazing. So basically, you know, pour slip trail variegated blue over the center, spreading it out, and then the mouse gray, and then the 2 oatmeals. And the oatmeals I was just pouring, but they worked really good. And I thought that earlier bowl that was going copper red, this is the same glaze. That is the only bowl that turned out like that in the whole kiln, so it's got to be a keeper. So because I may never get it again. But this is blue green copper red with the yellow oatmeals over the top. And when I do a reduction firing on purpose, I'll put some of these in the kiln and see what we get. It could be gorgeous. Right, these are gorgeous anyway. Matte turquoise with the blue, variegated blue and oatmeal over the top. We've seen these before. More little bowls for the Icelandic set. Icelandic and then bright. Now that's interesting. That's bright blue and it's gone turquoise. But that's because it's getting close to the flame now, down in the bottom back corner. That's where the flame really comes out strong. So it's turned that bright blue into a sort of a turquoisey look. We've seen these before, but aren't they nice? Okay, this was an experiment, not an experiment, change. And there's another one of those bowls. So I have 4 of these. But I did all of them as a set, there's 4 of them, with the variegated blue on the outside. And this one I decided to put the oatmeal on the outside. So I don't know which we prefer. Different people will like different bowls. But it makes it much more whiter and lighter colored for the table and all that. So, and there's that turquoise. Isn't that amazing? This bright blue has gone that color on the bottom. Amazing. Dark blue over red clay. Another one of those. Okay, this is the bright blue, blue-green copper red, sorry, with the oatmeal, yellow oatmeals over top. But this one almost looks like it was fired in the electric kiln because it's so much brighter. But it's right in the back corner down there, and I suspect there was no reduction in that back corner at all. It's almost like it was fired with electric, you know. So very bright. I didn't expect the yellow to be as bright as that. Here's the other bowl in that set. This was an order. Somebody wanted 2 of these, so let me know if you, I probably still have your information anyway, but another Icelandic one too. So I have 5 in the set there and one that's got the oatmeal on the back, so it's really a set of 4. But those are nice. Variegated blue, bright blue, and oatmeal. Matte turquoise. I have 2 of these, I guess, now. And then another one for the La Havre River books. Another oatmeal, Icelandic and oatmeal with, folk art white rather, with apple green. One of the Icelandic plates. So I have a dinner set in these. But actually, I've only got 3 large plates, so I must have more going through the kiln in the next firing. There we go. All right. So all in all, one piece had a little run on the bottom. Out of all these pieces, that's not bad at all. Because there's a lot of pieces here. If you need any of these glaze recipes, you have to email me and I just take a picture in my glaze recipe book. But they're all pretty much in mastering cone 6 glazes. There's a lot of books on glazes, but that one I think is the best one. far as I'm concerned anyway. That's just my personal opinion. All right, talk to you soon. Thanks for watching again and listening to all these bird noises. All right, bye.